He's not one of these ego guys. He's not really interested in being the face up front. And I think this honor probably caught him off guard because that's just not how he thinks.
Toby likes to work behind the scenes and is the silent, quiet worker who will make things happen.
Once you get to know him, what you realize is just how steady and calm and unflappable the guy is.
Toby is maybe one of the most transparent guys that I've ever been around. What you see is exactly what you get.
You've got Steve Van Amberg, who is the big picture concept guy. You look at the two of them and they're just a hand-in-glove partnership because they complement each other so well.
I think the relationship between Toby and Steve is phenomenal. They are remarkably good together because they bring two completely different personalities to the table.
We had, at KDC, been open for roughly 5 years, and we were in a pretty dramatic down cycle. And I had a friend from school. They had 100 landfills around the United States, and they were determining whether they should close them, sell them, and I called Toby and asked if he wanted to join the company and lead that charge. And it actually was a lot of fun, and that we got to work together and travel and do a lot of things. We've come a long way since 1994.
Toby and Steve, they built this organization with a little bit of a different model. They weren't taking a lot of the speculative risks that a lot of people were doing, and they learned very early on that you can be a successful developer by understanding the needs of their customer, which is the tenant.
People like doing business with nice people. If you put yourself first, you generally fail, but if you put others first, you generally succeed.
And that's what drives him in the morning too, is he wants to have a company where he has jobs for people to work. That really weighs heavily on his mind.
He puts his partner first, he's selfless, he's transparent. I've come to appreciate, certainly on a professional level, but he operates the same way on a personal level. He's just a rock-solid human being.
If he has a task that needs to be finished or he wants to get finished, he'll finish it no matter what. And after that, he'll just take a break and be with family.
We first met when he was a lowly pledge with ATO at SMU. He was a soccer player and I was a swimmer, so we always kind of had that athletic bond.
When I first met Toby, I was at SMU. That was 37 years ago. I actually think I'm the deal he's chased the longest because we've been married 14 years, but I've known him 37 years. And so that truly was one of the first character traits of Toby, is that he's really, truly a person of integrity, because our friendship was truly a friendship for a long time.
Toby is an incredibly good leader, and he literally runs this company on a day-to-day basis, so I'm so proud of him.
Steve will paint the vision, but it's Toby that will then be charged with executing and making sure that it's financially viable.
I've been helpful in getting them, but Toby's been the guy that actually ties them down and, pushes them across the goal lines.
Steve will walk out of a pitch and will look at Toby and say, "Did I promise anything that you can't deliver?" And Toby will just sort of smile and look at him and say, "Nothing that I can't clean up." And that's Toby.
He's a great leader. He's a person who has a vision and passion for everything that he does, whether that's chasing a deal with KDC or coaching a gaggle of girls on the soccer team. I think that's who he is, and he leads by example to everyone who's around him. And again, I think going back to his moral integrity is really that shining piece of him that sets him apart from so many people.
He is a guy that if there is one person I would want in my foxhole, it would be Toby, because he is that genuinely fine a guy, and that I think everybody in our company feels that way, and it quickly rubs off with all of our clients.